maybe they shouldn't be governor.
And Mr. President, when is the last time you spoke with Governor Newsom?
A day ago. Called him up to tell him, got to do a better job. He's doing a bad job, causing a lot of death and a lot of potential death. If we didn't send out the National Guard, and last night we gave him a little additional help, you would have, Los Angeles would be burning right now. Los Angeles would be not a lot different than what you saw take place in California and Los Angeles just a little while ago. And, you know, you got to remember, we have the Olympics coming. And we don't want people looking at Los Angeles like it was, like it would have been. It would have been bad. Last night they had total control. If we didn't have the military in there, the National Guard, and then we also sent in some Marines, we had some bad people. We have people, they look in your face and they spit right in your face. They're animals. And these are paid insurrectionists. These are paid troublemakers. They're agitators.
Y'all like, share, subscribe, comment on the video, interact with the channel, man. We're about to get into this topic right here. President Trump, he is addressing the press about Gavin Newsom and the LA protesters. That's why we voted for Trump, man. That's why we voted for Trump, because Trump is a direct person. He will go directly at the person who he needs to talk to and get the job done. He will, you know, call it like he see it. Like he said, these are paid protesters. These are people who have been paid to be out here shooting fireworks at the police officers, vandalizing buildings, and disrupting business. For those of y'all from the hood, you know, this is kind of like how the youngsters be in the hood making the block hot, making it hard to get off the pack. And that's what Trump is saying. These people are disrupting business. These are paid protesters here to throw y'all off, to act like Trump is the bad person, as usual, like they've been doing since the election. It hasn't stopped. These people have been doing this stuff since the election. Trying different ways to, you know, tarnish this man's name and get people to hate him.
They're paid. Do you think somebody walks up to a curb and starts hammering pieces out, has all the equipment necessary, and starts handing it out to people to use as a weapon? These are paid insurrectionists or agitators or troublemakers. You can call it whatever you want. And we ended it, and we have in custody some very bad people. Some very bad people.
Mr. Yeah, all the you know, the billionaire friends that Kamala Harris was talking about during the election, that's who's paying for this. We not stupid. Like Trump said during the campaign. We are the party of common sense. Anybody with common sense, anybody with a brain can see exactly what is going on right now. Y'all think these people are out here in the way that this economy is set up right now, at the prices that are out right now? Do y'all really think that these people have enough time and enough money on their hands to be out here protesting and possibly going to jail, doing some time for a long time? They are burning police cars, man. Do you know how much time you can get for that? For vandalizing police vehicles, attacking police officers? These people out here putting their life on the line. Literally. Going up against police officers, ICE officers, Marines, the National Guards. They standing out here toe to toe. I've showed the videos.
Did you see the guy throwing the rocks at the police cars as they went by and crushing their windows and endangering our police? We're not going to let that happen, you know.
Pardon me, Mr. President, on those Marines, Governor Newsom has described them as political pawns. I'm curious for your reaction to that and what you see as the Marines' role and what are their rules of engagement?
All I want is safety. I just want a safe area. We have Los Angeles was under siege until we got there. The police were unable to handle it. You can speak to the chief. He said it on television 3 nights ago. He said, this is more than we can handle. They said that. And the LA police, I know a lot of the police in LA, they're great people, but they're given instructions not to do this, not to do that. But in this case, they were trying their best. They were not able to handle it. It was out of control. When we got there, and you have to remember, I've been here before, and I went right by every rule, and I waited for governors to say, send in the National Guard. They wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it, and they just wouldn't do it. It kept going on and on, got worse and worse. And in Minneapolis, that city was burning down 7 days, and I said, I don't care. The governor, who's a governor that just happened to be running for vice president, a total, you talk about an incompetent governor, he's an incompetent person.
Talk about 10 walls. But see, this is I'm telling y'all, this is why we voted for Trump right here, because this is true leadership. When you got people who's running these cities in these states who, they won't do what you see that needs to be done. As the leader, you have to take control of that. Gavin Newsom said that Trump didn't talk to him about, sending the National Guards out or nothing like that. I don't know if that's true. I don't believe it. I honestly don't believe that. I believe Trump talked to him and he told him, you need to get this shit together. He might have told him, he might didn't say anything about the National Guard. He might have just told him, hey man, you need to get ahead of this, or I'm going to handle it. However he sees fit. And he seen fit to put in the National Guard. Because Gavin Newsom failed to jump ahead of this.
That he was picked, well, I was actually very happy he was picked for other reasons. But this guy wouldn't call the National Guard. And we ultimately just sent in the National Guard. We stopped it. But that was after 7 days. And I said to myself, if that stuff happens again, we've got to make faster decisions because they don't want to do it. The radical left, it's usually radical left, and it's usually governors that are Democrat, and they don't want to call them in. They don't want to save lives. They don't want to save property. They don't want to call them in. I don't know what it is. We sent them in, not early, we sent them in late as far as I'm concerned. But big problems, as you know, 3 nights ago, big problems were ensuing. If we didn't send in the National Guard quickly, right now, Los Angeles would be burning to the ground.
The Marines is, a lot of people think, an escalatory step, though.
Hey, man, shout out to President Trump, man. Shout out to Tom Homan. Out here handling business, doing what they got to do, whether people like it or not. That's true leadership, man. Doing what you got to do, whether people like it or not. That's what leaders do. Joe Biden couldn't do that. Obama couldn't do that. Bill Clinton didn't do that. They folded. Obama was probably the best thing you got, and he sucked ass. Horrible president. But he deported a lot of people too. But it was not an uproar, when Obama did it. All of a sudden, Trump is the bad person for doing the same thing that presidents have been doing since the beginning of time. But y'all like, share, subscribe, comment on the video. Let me know how y'all feel about this topic right here, man. Hit the link in the description. You want tattoos or piercings, you in Dallas, Texas, holla at your boy. If you want custom rugs for your home, your business, or a gift for a friend or family member, man, hit the link in the description. We can get them to your doorstep. Don't be a lame like these protesters out here burning down cities, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Paid protesters. You Democrats, y'all something else.